Well, Pakistan is teetering on the edge. The South Asian country is battling a double whammy, economic chaos and the never-ending political instability. The nation's woes have been compounded by a surge in terror attacks. The Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province witnessed 3 attacks. Rockets were fired at the government degree college in Lakhi Marwat. The other 2 attacks were reported from Banu and Tank districts. Pakistan has been in a political turmoil for a year since Imran Khan was ousted as Prime Minister last April through a no-confidence vote. Khan's government was replaced by a coalition steered by Shehbaz Sharif. Amid calls for snap polls, Prime Minister Sharif secured a major win for the ruling coalition. On Thursday, Shehbaz Sharif won a vote of confidence from the National Assembly. He was able to secure 180 votes against 172 required to achieve a simple majority in the lower house of the parliament. Meanwhile, Imran Khan dismissed the claim made by the government that his life is under threat from foreign agencies. He said he has identified a total of 6 people within the country, including 3 fresh ones, who plotted to kill him. After a gun attack on his rally in November, Imran Khan blamed Sharif, the Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah and the ISI top officer Faisal Nasir for hatching a plot to assassinate him. Political infighting is common in Pakistan, where no Prime Minister has yet completed a full term. Members of the ruling coalition and Imran Khan's party are set to meet again in a bid to reach a consensus on the election timeline. Khan's party is determined to press for polls in the provincial legislatures, but the government is maintaining its position on simultaneous elections across the country in October. Pakistan, a country of more than 220 million people, saw year-on-year inflation hit 35.4% in March. Food prices surged more than 47% in 12 months, with transport costs rising 55%. Pakistan is deeply in debt and needs to introduce tough reforms to unlock the $6.5 billion bailout from the IMF in order to avoid a default. On Thursday, the United States called on Pakistan to move ahead on stalled reforms sought by the IMF, promising technical help. The United States is the largest contributor to the IMF and has a complicated relationship with Pakistan. Our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik is now joining us for the very latest on this. And Anas, what next for Pakistan now that Sharif has won that vote of confidence? How does this pan out in the judiciary and between him and Imran Khan's party?
Well, there seems to be some headway, and at least on the political front, negotiations are ongoing in order to get to a working level or a point that both the opposition and the government could agree upon. We saw the first round of negotiations between the opposition and the government being held yesterday. As I talked to you, the second round is ongoing at the Parliament House. We spoke to Shah Mahmood Qureshi earlier today. He spoke to the international media at the PTI's Central Secretariat, and both Fawad Chaudhry and Shah Mahmood Qureshi were of the opinion that they are moving forward in line of a set date or a deadline, and that their call for elections or their demand for a call for elections is for as early as June, before the government gets to present the budget. Remember, Pakistan's new fiscal year is set to begin in July, on the 1st of July. So the budget is usually presented on the 20th or on the 10th or the 15th of June. And since after that it is debated upon and then subsequently it is approved. So the PTI's insistence is that the general elections in the country should be called before the budget, so that the new government, as and when it takes over, it is one that has A, legitimacy, and B, has the mandate to give a centralized budget as well. But if the whether or not the demand is met with, that is something, the answer to that will be known as and when these negotiations that are currently ongoing, they end. Bhairavi.
Right, Anas, thanks very much indeed for joining us with the very latest there. So clearly the round 2 of those discussions taking place a day after Shehbaz Sharif won the vote of confidence.